What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's a pretty nice evening here in Tennessee. It is about to be Tuesday. I have a Speedmaster on. I have just acquired or made a deal to acquire yet another. I guess I'm a Speedmaster collector now. 2 going on 3. Who knows where we're gonna go. You guys seem to have enjoyed my reaction to the advertisement for the 24-hour watch. Mixed reviews on what you guys thought about the watch. I'm going to do another one today, and then we're going to delve into the actual watch. This time, Omega. And we're going to be talking about, since it's Tuesday, let's talk about a Speedmaster. Let's talk about the dark side of the moon. Be right back. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you want to take a second and subscribe up there, hit that bell icon, I'd greatly appreciate it. Definitely follow for more content like this, as well as other things. You can also find my new podcast. I've got a couple of guys from the industry going to stop on in the next couple of weeks. Right now, I've just been talking about my experience within the industry in sales. And I hope you'll check it out. It's Wristwatch Addiction as well on all your favorite platforms. But today, I'm going to react to this advertisement, this video commercial for the dark side of the moon. And then we're going to talk about the dark side of the moon. I have held the dark side of the moon. I have worn the dark side of the moon. I have sold the dark side of the moon. I think it's a fantastic watch. It's never a watch I really wanted, but this advertisement makes me want it. And that is the purpose of advertising. I think they did an excellent job. So let's flip the camera around. Let's take a look at this video here. I love that they're using these clips from the original missions. So cool.
The dark side of the moon. Words that conjure up the unknown, the unknowable. The first people to see it with their own eyes were the Apollo 8 astronauts in 1968.
What was that like, guys? It must have been amazing.
History's great achievements. Omega created a watch as evocative and mysterious as its name, a watch that celebrates the legendary Speedmaster professional strapped to the wrists of those astronauts. The
Beautiful
still
watch.
fragile single block of ceramic, stark and unadorned, is heated to a smoldering 1400 degrees Celsius, hardening it and reducing it to the right size to transform it into a watch case.
I love that they're giving you a little bit of insight into how it's made.
In fact, ceramic material is now so hard that it has to be machined with diamond tools. The ceramic case is then polished in a bowl of alumina granules, and a band encrusted with diamond powder is used to satin brush the lugs and the case body.
Diamond, of course, is one of the hardest minerals on Earth. It is the hardness on the hardest shell.
Aesthetic compromise with the dial. Also crafted from pure black ceramic, it matches the case perfectly. Two blackened subdials complete the effect. The Omega Speedmaster DarkSide
Beautiful.
of the Moon. The world's iconic chronograph for a new generation.
That makes me want to buy it, guys. I don't know about you, but that is an advertisement done right. So, dark side of the moon. The moon does not spiral as it rotates around the Earth. So one side is always facing the Earth, i.e. light side, dark side. Or I should say one side is always facing the direction of the sun. So light side, dark side. We never see the dark side. Super cool backstory. Super cool that they took on that story and made a watch out of it. it's really neat how that they talk about how the ceramic is heated and then shrunk and molded out of one piece. That's something I didn't know. I thought like once it was cut, it would be the actual size, but apparently it's heated to and shrunk with the heat to get down to the size it's supposed to be. I'm not an engineer, guys. The actual reference number, and I'm just going to read it because it's a really, really long reference number, as is all of Omega's reference numbers. It's the 311.92.44.51.01.003. So if you've dedicated that to memory, I applaud you. I never will. It is a ceramic case, black ceramic case. It does contain the George Daniels coaxial escapement. It makes it a much smoother running watch. You gain intervals of time between servicing. It is the SI14 silicone balance spring in this watch, as opposed to your traditional balance springs. It is an automatic. You have time zone functions, tachometer scale, sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment on the front and the back, and sapphire crystal case back, displaying that beautiful movement with that George Daniels escapement. It is water resistant, but only to 5 bar, which is 50 meters or 167 feet, splash proof, rain proof. That's all I would do. I would not spend any time with this in the shower. I would not go swimming with it. It's probably fine, but I wouldn't do it. And at $12,000 retail, you're taking a chance. Lug width is the annoying part of this watch. It's the only complaint I have of this watch. It is a 21 millimeter lug width. Omega and other brands love to do this. They love to do odd lug widths so that you have to buy their straps. Luckily, aftermarket companies like Straps Co. that I have an affiliate link with down below have sort of started adopting these odd widths, these 19 millimeter, 21, 23, that sort of thing. But they're still harder to come by than your standard 22s or 18s. And so for that reason, I wish this was not a 21 millimeter lug width. I wish it was a 20. I can complain. I'm not spending $12,000 on an Omega, so they're not gonna listen to me. The bracelet is a coated nylon fabric strap. This is not available in a ceramic bracelet. That's the other complaint. I think this would be phenomenal on a black ceramic bracelet. Different companies have kind of taken on ceramic bracelets. Bulova has some black ceramic bracelets. Movado has black ceramic bracelets. Both of these companies are much less expensive. If they can figure out a way to do it, I'm sure Omega could too. I wish they would take it on. It's a 44.25 millimeter case. No complaints there. Some will say it's too large. This was the going rate. This was the normal size for a watch not too many years ago. Yes, it's big by today's standards, but if you've held one in person, if you've worn one in person, it's beautiful, it's functional. I have no complaints on that. You have your scratch resistant sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment on both sides. I will say the anti-reflective treatment is much more scratch prone than a non-anti-reflective treated sapphire crystal. But if you want that anti-reflectiveness, which you really need in an all black watch, you're gonna need that anti-reflective coating. So it's a trade-off. It is a self-winding automatic movement. It's the Omega coaxial caliber 9300 with your transparent case back. And if we get into the product sheet, they talk a little bit more about that movement, that caliber Omega 9300. They say it's a self-winding chronograph movement with column wheel mechanism. And so it's a column wheel chronograph. It is a coaxial escapement, silicone balance spring on free sprung balance. 2 barrels mounted in series, which is why that you need less lubrication, and as a result have more accurate timing, more accurate function, and a longer stretch between service intervals. Automatic winding in both directions. If you have an old Valjoux movement, you know, some of those movements only wind in one direction. This winds in either or. Rhodium plated finish with exclusive Geneva waves, I should say, in arabesque, which is kind of, if you've ever seen an Omega movement, you know what that looks like because they do it on most of their movements. It does have a power reserve of 60 hours, so much better than your not too many years ago standard 48-hour power reserve. 60, much better. So all in all, a fantastic watch. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Would you spend $12,000 on a watch? If you did spend $12,000 on a watch, would this Omega Dark Side of the Moon be a possibility? If not, let me know in the comments below what watch you would buy instead. That's all I've got for the Dark Side of the Moon and for this Speedy Tuesday, guys. If you like the fact that I did Speedmaster on Tuesday, I may start doing 2 videos a week. I may do a Speedmaster review every Tuesday and then another upload on like Thursday or Saturday or something like that. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. Definitely check out the podcast, check out the Instagram, and while you're at it, if you want to support me, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. I really appreciate it. And if that's not enough, you can also purchase some merch over on the merch store, Wristwatch Addiction at Teespring. So all that helps me out, guys. I do this for fun, but it can get expensive buying watches all the time. Hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll just see you next time. Peace.